Hello, beloved. You are welcome to the BNA Studios once again, and I am Nana Kwadwo Obuasiama Boateng. You can call me Mr. Boateng for short. And I am going to take you through the next section of keyframes. And in this lesson, we are going to learn about how to make overlay arts with Capcut using keyframes and how to also make crawling text. So we are not going to waste a lot of time. We are going to quickly pick one of these videos and then use them for this lesson, and it's going to be very short and quick, faster. So I'll plead with you to bear with me. You pay all massive attention so that you don't get lost along the line, and in the process you just have to pause, take time and practice on your own so that you can get the concept at your fingertips. So quickly, let's go through, and don't also forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and then leave whatever you think in the comment section. You can also share to someone, and then turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video you can be notified. So once again, this is the BNA Studios, and I am Nana Kwadwo Obuasiama Boateng. You can call me Mr. Boateng for short. So let's go. Let me pick one of these videos we have over here. These are videos we've edited already, so I would click on this one, and then it is going to take me to the home page. Yes, this place where we are going to work out everything. Yes, so quickly, first of all, we are going to learn about how to make the overlay arts. Then afterwards we go through how to make the crawling text. Both are very simple, so I would play with you to pay all massive attention. So first of all, assuming we have this video, we have a video over here like this. Yes, I hope before you work on anything you should make sure you have your videos. So this is what we have over here, and we are going to use these ones to make the overlay arts. So let me bring this one over here. Yes, I am just trying to make the video quite longer so that everything can fit perfectly. And afterwards, between these ones, let me look for transition. Transition. Yes, I just want to let me drag this one to this part. And just like you all know, transitions are very necessary in video editing. They are one of the things you can never ignore. So you have to make sure anytime you are working on a video, at least you have some one or two transitions. It's not about making it complicated, but at least you should get some one or two transitions. So let me try connecting to the internet, then we continue. So I have my transition already, and you make sure you adjust your video to fit the screen. You make sure you adjust it to fit the screen. And then how do we make this overlay ads? Let's quickly go through. You see, in case you don't know overlay ads, sometimes when watching videos you could see that the screen is going to split, maybe from this part to this part, something like L. And then there will be some kind of adverts over here and over here, and it's very simple using keyframes. So just pay attention. We are going to do them with this video, but depending on whatever video you are editing, you can do them at any point and wherever you want it to appear. So assuming I want my overlay art to start from here, what do I do? Over here you are going to bring this video upwards, but when you bring it upwards, make sure it is still in line with what we have over here. There shouldn't be any out of space between them, like leaving a short space over here, that when the video is, you see it doesn't transition very well. So you make sure it is in line with it, something nice like this. Something like this. Then afterwards, and over here you can bring it forward a little bit, and then you use some animations for the fade in. I think we've learned about all this in lesson 2. We've learned about all this in lesson 2. So performing this one, you have to something like this. And now what do we do next? We have to bring anything depending on the color you want. I mostly prefer using white, but depending on whatever color you want, you can use. And this is what we are going to write on. In case this part shift, this is where we are going to write. So you just drag this one, you bring it over here. Now you stretch it. you stretch it to cover the entire place where it is going to end, or depending on where the overlay ad is going to end. Now I will stretch it to also fit the screen. Yes, you see now you are not seeing it yet because I have put it behind this clip, so you are not going to see it. But in the process, when we start the overlay, I think you are going to see it, and it's very, very simple. So what do we do next? I want my overlay to start from here, and we are going to use keyframe just like we learned in lesson 4. Keyframe. So what do? I would click here, the transform you see over here. You can zoom in so that you see it perfectly. I click here, and then sorry, we are not going to work on this particular picture or photo we have over here. We are going to work everything on the video. This one, the only thing you are going to do is to stretch it to fit the screen, and I think I have done that already. So you just click here so that you show your focus on this one, and then I click on the transform. It is marked over here, and just like I taught you how to use what do I call keyframes? Yes, that is how it is done. So you bring it forward over here, depending on where this is where it should begin and this is where it should end. So I just want it to end over here, so I will just put my bar over here and then click on transform again. After clicking on transform, what do I do next? This is where I want to tell whatever I am doing that, okay, move, position yourself this way, end over here, because since since it is beginning over here, it should end over here. And what action do I want it to perform? I just want it to move a little bit, so I will squeeze it, and afterwards make sure you fit it to the screen. This is what I have now. Then I fit it to the angle, the top angle, and now I have it this way. Yeah, this is how I want it to be. I think it's I am just trying to adjust it, so you also adjust it depending on however you personally want it. Yeah, so I just want it this way. This way is okay for me. And now let me play the video and see what we have. You could see that it's very, 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 very simple. This is not something difficult, and I think we are done even with the how to make the overlay ads already. Yes, it's very, very, very simple. So depending on whatever video you are editing, you can use this and just look at what is going to happen. Yes, this is very, very, very something simple and interesting. There is nothing complicated over here. It is very, very simple. You only have to pay attention. This is what we have now. Yes, very, very simple. And after this one has appeared, let me show you after this one has appeared over here, you can now come to write whatever you want over here. So I would come, and then maybe if it's a text template, I would come pick my text template. Let me come to text template, and then let's try to work some 1 or 2 things at the text template. Yes, this is something interesting, simple and fun, just like I'm trying to use fun over here. Yes, so I would drag this one, bring it here. Yes, I am only trying to adjust what I have over here. Okay, so let me bring it on top. Yes, and when making your writing, you should make sure they are starting from where the keyframes are ending. Yes, all your writing should begin from there. So I have fun over here, and afterwards you are just going to adjust this one, and they are going to be at this position. The part you've left over here, this is where you are going to work out everything. Yes, this is where you are going to work out everything, and depending on whatever you want to you want it to appear, you can just use whatever you want. Yes, depending on your own preferences. Okay, so let me try. So after doing this, the rest is your own application. I think I have said this earlier. Yes, you can't say you are absolutely learning everything. Yes, the rest depends on you. It depends on your own creativity, how to personally work out certain things. So this one, with whatever you want to put over here, you can just adjust it and then put them here, and nobody is going to have a problem with you. As far as you are okay with it, it's for you. So you can just do whatever you want over here, and then you are good to go. So maybe I just want to put a contact over here, so I will just change this one to contact. Okay, contact. Then I come here, maybe I put the number over here, depending on however you want it or whatever information you want to appear over there. So now just look at what we have over here. So if I click on it like this, it is going to become something like this. Yes, and I hope you can see everything is just very, very, very simple. So in case you want anything to come over there, I can just bring this phone over here, what I have over here, and I am also going to animate it. And after you have brought it, you are not going to leave it there just like that. You are going to animate this one. Yes, so maybe assuming you have an information on it, you can just adjust it and then you bring it over here. Yes, you bring it over here. You make sure you give it some beautiful animation. Yes, there are so many beautiful animations over here so that everything can be very, 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 very beautiful for you. Yes, so let me look at what I have over here. Yes, so you make sure the rest is adjustment. That is it, and you are good to go. So just look at what I am going to have now, and it's very simple and beautiful. Just look at this. Yes, I hope you can see everything is simple. I am not really interested in this animation. It's not making the thing look very real. And whatever you are doing, you should make sure the video is looking very beautiful, real and simple. It's not about making things complicated. Yes, so now let me play the entire video and see what we have over here. Yes, just something simple. And with what we have over here, you can just come to the text template and then depending on it, all depends on what you want, how you want to work, or how you want to the outcome of what you want. That is what everything is, just creativity. So I can just drag this one to this place, or maybe I just want this one to appear over here, this one to appear over here. Yeah, so you can just change the colors over here. Yes, I want something like this color so that it can appear very good. So now let me change this one to any telephone number I want. 05596289943. Yes, this is just a number I have just called off head. So if you quite don't know whom you are going to reach. Yeah, so I just want to do this for learning purpose, and everything is simple. Everything is absolutely simple. The rest is just about your own creativity. The rest is just about your own creativity. The rest is just about your own creativity. Then you make sure you are adjusting them, or depending on however you personally want it. And that is what I am always talking about. It's all about your own creativity and what you want to see. So maybe I am just interested in adding a contact over here. That is the only thing. And I can also decide to add my location. I can also decide to add my location. So let me bring this one to over here. I will drag this one to this part, and then where is my thing? I just want to add location. I just want to add location. So I would location. Yes, maybe I prefer using Capcut. So you can also use whatever location you want. That does not mean I am currently in Takwa. I am not in Takwa. Yes. So you can also use whatever location you want, and then after that you adjust it. Do you understand? Everything is just about adjustment. Everything is just about adjustment. And I think this one is very, very simple. There is nothing complicated. You can leave whatever you don't understand in the comment section, and we will consider them, work on them all for you. And once again, don't forget to also subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. And this is the BNA Studios. May the good Lord bless you. Yes, so now let me look at what I have over here. So assuming I click here, I just want to see it, and you can see over here there is a white line over here, which means this one is appearing. It shouldn't appear on top. Yeah, so you make sure you adjust it very, 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 very well. Yes, and doing that, you have to make sure you are doing it perfectly. Yes, you should make sure you are just doing it very, very perfect. So now let me come down here, let it appear over here. and make sure you don't adjust it from anywhere. You make sure, in case you have adjusted it already but you've seen that you've made a mistake, make sure the bar is in the second part of the keyframe. Then you drag it, then you work on it perfectly. Yes, so now I think we can just go and see what we've made over here. And when I click on it like this, you can see we are going to have something very simple and beautiful. Yes, this is what we call the overlay advertisement screen. Yes, everything is simple. Yes, so you can just use these ones in your videos, and they are very simple and beautiful depending on how you personally want it. And I think there is nothing being complicated over here. This one is very, very, very simple. Yeah, so now I would make sure I have all these stuffs adjusted very well at the end. Yes, and depending on how you want some to end, maybe you want others to go, others to come, you can keep it and then make all your editings. It all depends on you and how you want your work to look like. So afterwards, now we just want it to appear. We want everything we've done to appear. So I would group all this. It's not compulsory you should group all, but I personally want to make all these compound clips, and I think I taught about how to make compound clips in lesson 4. Yes, you just highlight all the things, then you right click and then create compound clip. So I just click here so that I have them all as one clip. Yes, so now that we've made this one, assuming we want the overlay to come back, we just want it to come back, what are you going to do? It's just simple. You are just going to click on the video. This is the video, and that is what we want to move. So I would click on the keyframe over here. This is where I want it to begin, and I want it to end over here. So I would also click here, and then it is marked. Then what do? I come here to the video, one of the corners, to adjust it, and then bring it back here. I would bring it back to this part. Yes, and over here I want to show you something. You see that when I adjusted it, when I brought it back, we have all of these things on the screen. We have all of these things on the screen, and this is what doesn't make the video look let me say real. Yes, it doesn't look realistic. So what do? The only thing you have to do is to make sure you bring this one on top of the compound clip, or in case you've not made it a compound clip, you make sure you bring all the videos on top like this. Yes, and then this one, all the things we have here are going to be under the video. So you see that now if I click here, you can't see them anymore. But in all that, you make sure you are checking the adjustment of this part, because this video is what we have over here is continuing with this one. So you make sure it is well adjusted so that you don't get yourself confused. And I think that is that. Let me try doing some magic over here to see if it will work. Yes, okay, so I was just trying to show you something, but let's continue with what we were doing. So now let me play the entire video, and then you see how everything is working. This is just something very simple. Maybe you were thinking it was going to be something very difficult, but it's very, 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 very simple. Yes, this is very, 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 very simple. And now just look at what we have over here. Something like this. We have everything, our information, everything is perfectly done, and this is very, 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 very beautiful and simple. And when it gets to the end where we edited, we also added some keyframes. You will see that it is going to come back like this. Yes, and this is just something simple and beautiful. So make sure you are also trying it out. And now let's move to the crawling text. That one too is something simple. I would just plead with you to pay all massive attention. So let me try using this video. I think you can use whatever video you want. I am just interested in this one, so I am personally using this one. So let me transition it here. Yes, all these transitions we've learned about them, they are not really necessary in this our lesson, but it's just simple. So now I will drag this one to this part. And now what are crawling text? When we talk of crawling text, assuming you are watching a video, you can see something, a text is crawling below the screen. Yes, it's very simple. So now that we are done, you would come to text. Yes, you are coming to text, and when you come to text, you This time you are not going to pick a text template. No, you are not going to pick a template. You are going to click on add text and then default text. Yes, you are just going to write everything yourself. So I will drag this one to this part, and then you are just going to type everything yourself. So you make sure maybe you have your text generated or whatever. I don't have any generated text, so I'm just going to type something over here. I just want it to be long, so I am not really going to type anything meaningful. But in your case, you make sure you have something meaningful. Yes, because at the end of the day, people are going to read it. So you can't just do what I am doing over here. I am doing this for learning purpose. Yes, may the good Lord be with you. So after you are done with this one, after you have your message over here, now you are coming to this part. We want to make some few editings, and now there is a small button over here. You see it says show, so I click over here and now I have all these. So depending on how you want it, I am mostly interested in the yellow. Yes, that is what I personally prefer. And these ones, I don't think these ones are useful in crawling text because you are not going to have any background. Yeah, so I mostly prefer the yellow, but depending on what you prefer, you can also pick anything you want, either white, sometimes the white, but I just love the yellow or the blue. I only love brighten color. So after I am done choosing my color over here, what do I have to do next? I would scroll or try to, I am only trying to adjust this one, my text tool. I am making it very shorter. So you scroll something like this. Yes, you see it is adjusting it, making it smaller depending on however small you want it. I mostly don't want to see it bigger. Yes, something small like this. I think something like this is okay for me personally. So what do I do next? You now bring it over here. You bring it over here. I think it's okay because at the end of the day I am going to drag it. So if you make all everything we have over here enter, it will be very difficult for you to find it. Now I would come to the animations, and I am going to pick, yes, I don't think with this one I am going to pick any animation over here. I just want it to be something simple, so I am not going to use animations. Yes, I am not going to use animations. So where do I want it to begin? I would drag it a little bit backwards, and I want it to begin from this part. Yes, maybe let me say I just want it to begin from this part of the video. So I am going to put my bar over here, and you make sure, depending on wherever you want it to start, then you come to the text. You come to the text, and now you come down over here, somewhere here. Yes, somewhere here. You see we have the transform over here. The transform over here. There are the first keyframes we saw over here. And make sure with the keyframes, they all have names. You see, this one is for color. So assuming you want it, the color to change along the line, you can use that one. And that is not what I need. I just want it to be transformed. So I am going to click over here, transform, and then you see it has been marked over here. You can zoom in so that you see clearly. Then when you click on it, you are not going to do anything because this is where you want it to begin, just like we learned in keyframe. So I will just drag it, and then this is where I want it to end. Yes, so I just want my keyframe, the movement, to end somewhere around this place. So I am only going to click on the transform again, and then after you are done, now you move this one, and before you move it, you make sure it is right in the keyframe. And when moving it, make sure you move it well. You can move it however you want it on the screen, but during its ending, when it's ending, you make sure it is just at where, in line with where it was starting, because if you end it somewhere over here, you see that the thing will be moving upwards like this on your screen. Yeah, so you make sure you can move it however you want it, but you make sure at the end of the day it is ending very perfectly. Yes, it is ending just like it was beginning, depend on the space that was here and the space you had over here. Yes, so you should move it carefully and make sure it is ending very well and nice. Now you can send everything inside, and now let's look at what we have over here. You can see this is going to be something very simple and beautiful. Yes, this is what we have over here now, and I can bring it like this, and you can see what we have over here. It's very, 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 very simple and beautiful. And sometimes its speed will depend on, let me say, its limit. You see, this one is very short, so it is going to move very faster. But assuming you have a video that is from 3 minutes, 2 minutes, you can see it is really going to move very, very, very slow. Yeah, so this is what we call the crawling text, and it's very, very, very simple to make. There is nothing difficult about this. I hope you saw it, and it was very, very, very simple. Yes, so its speed is going to depend on the length. The speed is going to depend on the length of the video, and I hope when you are working on a very long video, you can see that it is really going to move slowly for you however you want it. Yes, and this is very simple. And today I am much grateful to God we have been able to learn about these two things, and that is the overlay advertisement screen, and the other one is the crawling text. So let me play the video once again, and you make sure you practice them on your own. Yes, you make sure you practice them at your own leisure time. You just practice them. These are just something very simple. There is nothing difficult about this. Yes, these are very, very, very simple. Yes, so at first of all, we have the overlay. Yes, and this one is very something beautiful and simple. Yes, to make. There is nothing difficult about this. This is what you call the overlay advertisement screen. So depending on whatever information you personally want to put, you put it there. And the next thing is the crawling text, which the speed will depend on the limit or the length of the video. Yes, these things are very, very, very simple. Yes, so this brings us to the end of our lesson. This is lesson 5, and this is the BNA Studios. I'm Nana Kwadwo Boating. You can call me Mr. Boating for short. And may the good Lord bless you for joining. Yes, from all the previous lessons. And I would urge you, if this is the first video you are watching, you might not understand many of the things I did. But for you to understand much about all I did now, you can watch lesson 4, and lesson 4 talks about the beginning of the keyframes. Yes, that is where I explained what keyframes are. And you can also start from lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and you are going to learn about all the features and functions of the things I used, or the features of Capcut, and they are all very, very, very simple. May the good Lord be with you, and may he grant you all the best of his gift. Thanks you for joining. And I hope maybe in our next video we are also going to do something very beautiful, and I am just trying to see if it will work out. Yes, so for the rest, I think you just have to keep practicing. The rest is about you, your own creativity. Now that in case you have been able to watch from lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, I hope by now you know a whole lot. So the rest is about your own creativity. Just join one or two things, create something, use all the features we've learned about, the overlay ads, the crawling text. We've also learned about I think a whole lot. I can't mention them one after the other. So just try creating something. Yes, just be creative and create something. May the good Lord be with you and grant you all the best of his gift. Stay safe until we meet in our next lesson. Once again, this is the BNA Studios. My name is Nana Kwadwo Boating. You can call me Mr. Boating for short. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave all your comments. We are going to consider whatever you didn't understand. And then also make sure you share to others. You turn on the notification bell so that anytime we upload a new video, you can be notified and also have access. Stay safe until we meet in our next lesson. Goodbye.